Hello, dear Taurus. Can you feel a whisper running through the air, as if the breeze were carrying secrets that only your heart could recognize? There is something mysterious today, a kind of soft presence that lightly touches your shoulder and invites you to perceive the world with new eyes. Before we dive into this enigmatic atmosphere full of promises, I want to invite you to subscribe to the channel, activate the notification bell, like this video, and share it with someone who could benefit from this same vibration. Also, leave a comment saying, "I received the energy of now," along with the city you are watching me from, to seal our mystical bond and enhance the blessings that the universe is about to send you. Believe me, this simple act has the power to multiply the good vibrations that surround you. Imagine a scenario where sunlight and a gentle breeze meet in perfect harmony, creating a subtle glow that seems to caress your skin, almost like a glimpse of magic that appears without warning. On this day, the energy that reaches you reminds you of precisely this type of wonder, illuminating your intentions and instilling your determination in a natural way, without fuss. You, Taurus, who knows so well how to value every detail and every sensation, can smell in the air a delicate scent of something reminiscent of damp earth after rain. It's as if nature gave you a gentle message, inviting you to deepen your roots, but also to dare to grow towards new heavens. And you sense, deep down, that something in your path is about to blossom. As this internal breeze spreads, one realizes that balance and strategy are fundamental to directing life forward. There is a certain sense of urgency in organizing ideas, goals, and emotions. But there is also the need to maintain a calm pace so as not to lose the pleasure of savoring the small everyday joys. Perhaps a repetitive sound, like that almost hypnotic ticking of a clock or the insistent dripping of a tap, appears to remind you that even in the calm, time continues to advance, inviting you to reconcile reason and sensitivity in generous doses. This seemingly simple care acts as a lighthouse that avoids distractions and helps guide each step taken towards your goals. As love gains color and texture in your heart, work and creativity require an attentive posture. You may find yourself reflecting on how to balance the security of what you already know with the desire to expand your horizons. A specific aroma, perhaps that smell of fresh coffee or the unexpected perfume someone wears near you, can serve as a trigger to awaken creative solutions. Sometimes, just one detail is enough for your mind to start connecting dots that seem distant, revealing paths that are as productive as they are enchanting. Meanwhile, interpersonal relationships are warm, asking you not to be afraid to express your ideas frankly, but also to be open to listening to those who think differently. In the financial field, the recommendation is to remain firm but flexible, attentive to the signs that life offers. If, by chance, an unusual noise appears while you are reviewing your bills, or you are thinking about an expense at the exact moment you hear something knocking on the window, interpret this as a call to reevaluate your plans. Sometimes, luck shines when you trust your instinct and take risks without losing touch with reality. A balance between boldness and prudence makes all the difference. Allow yourself to dream, but keep your feet firmly planted on the ground, remembering that great achievements can come from small gestures made with consistency. To take care of your health and well-being, observe how your body reacts to the demands of the day. You may notice a certain tension in your shoulders or a deeper sigh escaping without you noticing. These subtle signs should be seen as calls for pause. Is almost as if the universe itself was saying, "Breathe, Taurus, and remember that serenity is also part of your power." A time of silence, even if brief, can renew energy. If you have the opportunity, step barefoot on the ground, feeling the texture of the earth or floor beneath your feet. This simple contact goes back to your strong roots, reminding you that self-care is as vital as fulfilling obligations. There's a tinge of luck and intuition bubbling in the air, and you just need to calibrate your senses to pick up on the messages that could present themselves around any corner. Sometimes it can be a phrase that someone says close to you, repeating words or topics that you yourself have been rethinking. It could also be the coincidence of opening a book at random and coming across a quote that sums up what you needed to hear. The logic of the universe sometimes plays with us, creating seemingly invisible bridges. But if you pay attention, you'll notice that everything follows a larger connecting thread, and for a sign so attentive to subtleties, this perception is almost natural. Intuition comes as that slight chill on the skin or as an emotion that makes the heart beat faster. In personal and professional relationships, mixing independence and partnerships can be the most delicious challenge of the day. On the one hand, you feel safe when you act autonomously, choosing your own directions without interference. On the other hand, he knows that some achievements can be boosted when space is opened for cooperation and exchange of experiences. Think about how an experienced gardener deals with different types of plants in the same bed. Each one has its own rhythm and needs, but when they all receive adequate care, the result is a harmonious landscape. Likewise, do not underestimate the strength of a well-structured union, whether at work or in the closest emotional ties. As life progresses, planning and goals require a new look. Maybe you discover that something planned a long time ago has lost its shine and needs adjustments, like someone redecorating a room to make it more inviting. Or maybe you come across an old idea that sparks again, ready to turn into a concrete project. At this time, spirituality and inner growth show the path to calm. Make space to reflect on your deepest motivations and consider, with care, adopting daily practices that feed your soul. This could mean meditating, praying, journaling, singing, or even taking a few minutes to gaze at the sky. Life is lighter when your inner side receives as much attention as your outer goals. Of course, no path is free from challenges and obstacles. You may encounter small unforeseen circumstances, such as an object that disappears out of nowhere, or a professional situation that requires more energy than expected. When this happens, try to understand that the difficulty does not come to knock you down, but to teach you. If you notice a slight tightness in your chest or slightly labored breathing, let yourself relax. At these times, seeking support from someone you trust or even taking a moment of solitary concentration can make all the difference. Instead of seeing the problem as something that blocks the path, try to see it as a stone that invites you to exercise strength in moving it. It is also worth paying attention to a common object that, for some reason, gains special relevance today. It could be a simple pencil, a glass, or even the packaging of an everyday product that suddenly catches your attention more than usual. If this happens, interpret it as a mystical warning. Maybe it's a reminder of something you've been neglecting, or a sign that the object symbolizes a deeper inner change. The manifestations of the universe like to disguise themselves as coincidences. But those who have attentive eyes and an open heart can decipher the hidden message. Now, I ask you a reflective question. Is there any part of your daily life that you usually ignore, but that, if given a more loving look, could bring you immense joy and even help you grow? It could be the time you spend with a relative, on caring for a pet, or even that little corner of your house that lives half forgotten. Think about it. And if you come to any conclusions, share this message with someone who also needs courage to see opportunities where they least expect them. Spreading reflections and insights is part of an energetic flow that enriches everyone involved. So we come to the conclusion of the day, dear Taurus, and I want to leave you with an image that reflects your inner power. Imagine yourself as a labousy tree whose roots are so deep that they access the underground waters, capable of nourishing each branch and each leaf. That's who you are. Firm, generous, and resistant to storms, but don't be fooled into thinking that it lacks lightness. The flowers and fruits that sprout from its branches prove that there is a lot of beauty in its strength, and that its achievements, in addition to being solid, can be full of color and flavor. So if this horoscope has touched your heart in some way, click the bell so that the stars never lose their way to you. Leave a thumbs up of gratitude and share the message with anyone you feel also needs a spark of inspiration. And never forget that on the journey of life, your every step becomes history, every choice becomes a seed, and every dream, if cultivated with love, blossoms at the right time. I deeply thank you for accompanying me here, letting my words enter your private universe. I hope your day is full of magical encounters, gestures of affection, and small doses of adventure. After all, it is in this mosaic of emotions that existence becomes unique and precious. Until tomorrow, dear Taurus, may the universe conspire to surprise you with the best gifts, and may you remain firm on your path to fulfillment.